Finally tonight, the story of a young girl who's begun to see her future in a way she never allowed herself to imagine. Steve Hartman met her on the road.
Last month, in their home opener here at Mile High Stadium, the brand new Denver Summit women's soccer team went scoreless. But for one girl in attendance, it was a huge win because she found a role model.
Why was it so important to you to meet her?
I wanted to be a professional soccer player when I grow up, and she was able to do that. And it really fills me with hope that I'm able to as well.
9-year-old Hayden Stein was born without most of her right arm. So when she went to that game and saw number 16, Carson Pickett, a player just like her, Hayden says she saw something in herself.
Role models make you feel like you can do anything, just like them.
Her confidence has skyrocketed.
Parents, Jonathan and Christina.
At school, on the soccer field, it's through the roof.
Yeah, she scored 3 times at practice.
Yeah.
They say meeting Carson was truly life-altering. And yet, Carson says it almost never happened.
So the old you might not have gone up and talked to Hayden?
No.
Wow.
No, probably not. I didn't want to be known as the girl with one arm that plays soccer. I just wanted to be known for the girl that plays soccer.
For years, Carson says she hid her arm in pictures and avoided even talking about her limb difference. Until one day, she says her mother told her she was missing an opportunity, a purpose. Carson later posted, "Finding out that the journey is a lot less about myself and a lot more about the hearts I can touch along the way."
So now you're the complete opposite.
Complete opposite. I want to meet all the kids, all the families, all the adults. I want to meet everyone that I can.
In fact, Carson has now so embraced the role of role model that this week she surprised Hayden at her practice.
Hi, Carson Pickett. How are you? Good.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
Carson plans to stay in touch
This is really cool.
and maybe help Hayden find her purpose too. Because when it comes to role models, it takes one to be one.
You could become a role model someday for somebody else.
Yeah.
You up for that job?
Yes, I am up for it.
Okay.
Steve Hartman, on the road in Denver.
Steve Hartman went on the road where some muscle car drivers proved that their most powerful muscle is their heart. Powerful enough to lift a kid's spirits.
Sometimes wearing rainbow colors isn't about orientation or politicization. Sometimes a rainbow is just a rainbow. Like when 10-year-old Hunter Blankenship picked out his glasses. This car-loving autistic boy wasn't making a statement. He just loved the look. Until the day he didn't.
He hated them. He wanted to break them.
And that's all because of that one bully.
Megan Fancher,
Unfortunately,
is Hunter's mom. And she says a few months ago, Hunter was outside playing when an older kid teased him about his glasses, called him a homophobic slur, and then told Hunter he should just kill himself.
Hunter took that literally.
Literally. All of a sudden, he stormed off, and he's holding a knife. And I was like, no, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to kill myself.
Hunter spent the next 2 weeks on the psychiatric floor here at the Children's Hospital in Birmingham. And just before his release, his mother, desperate for some way to show Hunter that people care and life can be joyful, posted this small request. Could we arrange a few people to bring cars and trucks to let him see?
See if I can get 4 or 5 cars to just come down my driveway when he comes home. That would have been more than enough for him.
But that's not what you got.
That is not what we got.
What they got was Sergio Sanchez, a local restaurant owner here in Clanton, Alabama, who saw the post and put word out to car clubs.
Cars all the way from North Alabama to South Alabama, they literally had to shut down downtown.
They shut down downtown.
Yes.
Roughly 1,500 show cars showed up, along with more than 1,500 friends that Hunter never knew he had.
He was, oh, there's my favorite person, there's my other favorite person. We're running to everybody.
And all of them big fans of rainbow-colored glasses, which Hunter now wears proudly.
There you go.
Thanks to that gathering of car collectors driven to make a difference.
It did. It saved his life.
Steve Hartman, on the road in Clanton, Alabama.
We end tonight with the wisdom that it's better to give than to receive. Tough to convince a kid of that, especially on their birthday, but here's one who really got the message. Steve Hartman met him on the road.
It's the one time of year it's okay to be selfish. When it's your birthday, it's all about you. And kids have been basking in that blessing for as long as we've had candles. But as we first reported last year, Grant Mullen's party struck a very different tone. Grant's dad, Mark.
Absolutely, yeah. We asked him, what would you like to do for your birthday? Who do you want to invite? You know, what do you want? It just couldn't have been better than what he said.
What he said in a moment.
The most perfect answer ever.
But first, how he came to it. A couple years ago, Mark began volunteering at SNR, a recreation center for people with special needs here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah.
And not long after he started, he got Grant to volunteer as well.
It's so important to get your children involved at a young age. It really makes a huge difference.
Exhibit A, Grant's wish, to invite everyone at SNR to his 9th birthday party.
Why?
Because they don't get invited to birthdays. Sometimes people don't get as much love. And it's sad.
Would you like something to drink? We have root beer, Sprite, or water.
The parents confirmed that a lot of their kids don't get invited to birthday parties.
Hey, Crystal?
But as they mingled, it became clear that Grant wasn't just being kind when he sent out those invitations.
Cheers.
He truly wanted them here.
Anytime you can, just call my mom and you can come.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
They are nicer, kinder. They don't get mad all the time.
It's now been a year since we first told this story. Grant turned 10. He had a different party this time at a water park, but the guest list was the same. And Grant says it always will be.
He's my best friend. I just love him. He's my brother.
True friendship. Best party favor ever.
Bye, Mitch.
Steve Hartman, on the road.
Bye, Crystal.
In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Bye, guys.
Steve, thank you very much. Finally tonight, a lesson in the ripple effect of compassion, how an act of kindness can start a wave. Here's Steve Hartman on the road.
7-year-old Ben O'Reilly is deaf and has other special needs, which is why his adoptive moms, Etta and Marlena, were in shock when they found out how he was being treated at school.
This feels unbelievable.
It is. It's incredible. I could barely breathe. Like, it just was so overwhelming.
Ben is a first grader at Campton Elementary in Campton, New Hampshire.
What is this?
His aide, Cheryl Ulisny,
It's a bus.
says because Ben is deaf, he felt isolated here.
Sad.
He didn't have relationships with his peers or teachers for that matter. He was very alone, and he acted very alone.
New Hampshire is one of the few states in the nation that doesn't have a dedicated school for the deaf. In fact, Ben is the only deaf kid in his whole district. So, aside from his aide, there was virtually no one in this whole school community he could talk to. At least, at first.
If he's your friend, you can play with him. And he's my friend.
It all began when Reed Spring and a few other classmates started picking up on a few signs.
Time to clean up.
Like clean up. Then, the rest of the class decided to learn.
I see a blue horse.
Eventually, other teachers in other grades began taking sign language classes.
Responsible.
And speaking in sign.
And safe.
Even when Ben wasn't around. Today, just about every student and staff member knows at least some sign language. Ben's parents say this has had a profound impact on their son.
Now they can ask each other, hey, you want to play? Right, it clicked for him that the sign language had value.
You could just watch his world like open up with communication. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's fun communicating with Ben and playing with him.
So, if you ever find yourself wondering whether this is still a country of compassion, take these kids as a sign. Steve Hartman, on the road in Campton, New Hampshire.
Finally tonight, just as the swallows return to Capistrano, we return to a boy who can imitate a swallow and just about any other bird you can imagine. Steve Hartman met him, you guessed it, on the road.
That is not a blue jay you're hearing, not a robin, nor a tufted titmouse. Those sounds are all coming from a Samuel, an 11-year-old Samuel Henderson.
I actually quite enjoy this.
As we first reported last spring, Samuel, who is autistic, can perfectly imitate 50 birds.
What's the hardest bird to do?
Probably the barn swallow.
How's that go? Do you ever think you might be a bird?
Yeah. Some people say that I swallowed birds.
But you haven't swallowed any birds.
No, well, chickens.
Okay.
The kid is a born entertainer.
Because we eat chicken.
Yeah, I know, I got it. But since he mostly practiced his calls on the playground, alone along the back fence, a lot of kids at his Choctaw, Oklahoma school hadn't ever heard. Until the annual Nakoma Park Intermediate School Talent Show. Samuel really wanted to compete, but no kid from special ed had ever participated. And this would be mostly singing and dancing and band instruments. So bird sounds? His mother was nervous.
Some kids can be mean. And
the thought of that happening to him on stage in front of the whole school.
It'd just break my heart if that were to have happened.
But Lori says his teacher convinced her that Samuel needed to spread his wings, so to speak. So he took to the stage. At first, the other kids didn't know what to think.
I was like, what is this?
This is a bald eagle.
But as he continued and laid his passion bare, jaws dropped. The crowd came alive, and Samuel was not only accepted, he was admired.
He's really brave. It takes like a lot of courage to get yourself up there. He aced it. I don't think I saw one single kid like not clapping their hands.
I was so happy to see him living his dreams. My heart just exploded.
It's now been 8 months since we first told this story, which went viral, leading to a slew of public appearances. His town held a Samuel Henderson Day, and Bass Pro Shops just named him its Junior Conservation Partner of the Year. But most importantly, guess who now rocks the playground? Samuel. That's who.
Everyone here can do a peacock. It goes like this.
Now that's something to crow about. Steve Hartman, on the road in Choctaw, Oklahoma.
Talent that shows us all what it means to soar.
Some of the greatest joys of my job are the greetings I get whenever I surprise one of our Kindness 101 classrooms. But this visit to Neil Lahammer's third grade class would be the most joyful of all.
It's hard to believe. Yeah, my mind was spinning.
You're probably wondering why I came here. Of all the schools in America.
The answer in a minute.
Here you go.
But first, some background.
I knew I was going to get a hug.
Mr. Lahammer is one of more than 100,000 teachers who use these stories we find on the road to teach kindness and character. The stories are paired with lesson plans created by a nonprofit at Iowa's Drake University called Character Counts. Scott Racker is the executive director.
So the idea that we could develop curricular resources around these stories that elevate the best of our country, and we're going to do all of this so that educators don't have to pay to get them.
The lessons, which any teacher can access at kindness101.com, are now being used to inspire kindness and character in millions of kids around the world, including those in Mr. LaHammer's class at Burnside Elementary in Red Wing, Minnesota.
And that's the video we are going to be watching today.
How do you know the lessons are sinking in?
When I see the students duplicating what they're seeing in the videos. And as a teacher, that's gold.
And these are the nuggets.
Just makes me want to be a better person. I just want to help people out.
Yes, I've seen a lot of that going around.
Good afternoon, Kindness Club.
It's spreading largely thanks to the Kindness Club Mr. LaHammer started. At least once a week, these kids give up their recess to do food drives and glove drives and promote kindness throughout the school.
It's just amazing the way these kids want to help out others.
He even teaches other teachers in his district how to best use the curriculum, all in an effort to create an army of kindness superheroes.
And that's why Mr. LaHammer was chosen as the Kindness 101
Character Counts Teacher of the Year. The award was presented at a gala in Des Moines. It will now become an annual tradition. We're thinking of it as the second highest honor a teacher can receive for character education.
Oh, wow.
Second, because nothing will ever top the reward of making an impact like this.
He makes me smarter and he makes me happy. He's my whole world.
Steve Hartman, on the road in Red Wing, Minnesota.
We end tonight with a man who spent his career fighting crime, and now in retirement he's found a new calling, fighting grime. And as Steve Hartman tells us, he's doing loads of good.
For 45-year-old Wade Milliard of Frederick, Maryland, it's just another day of driving around his washing machines, stopping where needed, and doing the laundry of homeless people.
This is just something that they don't have, you know.
Wade used to work as a canine officer. He's retired, was done with policing, but didn't want to stop helping people.
I wanted to serve.
But no idea it would be this.
Correct. Not until about a year and a half ago.
It was the spring of 2024. He was still on the beat and had just responded to a domestic dispute at this homeless camp. And as he was wrapping things up with the couple, he says he heard a voice. Not sure where it came from. He believes it was God. And it said, quote, "Ask them about their laundry."
Like out of nowhere.
Ask them about their laundry?
Yeah.
Did you ask for God to repeat that?
Yeah, he spoke pretty clear the first time.
Clearly.
So
you did it?
I did.
They answered, "We do our laundry in the creek."
And then I just kind of took it from there.
So, using his own money and donations, he built out this bus and started Fresh Step Laundry, a free fluff and fold service. Today, he does dozens of loads a week.
But it's good that you're taking care of yourself, too.
For people like Chris Washington.
If you're clean, you just feel better, you know, you feel like a little bit more proud of yourself.
And that's the thing, you're doing it to maybe give them a little bit of boost.
Wade has willfully taken on a very unpleasant and humbling task. This is like the Pope washing feet. This is Jesus with a Maytag. And Wade says when you feel a calling like that, there's not a sour smell in the world that can steal your sweet sense of purpose.
If having clean clothes can help them just a little bit, then my mission is fulfilled.
Steve Hartman, on the road in Frederick, Maryland.
Graduation season is winding down, and tonight we have the story of a graduate from Wisconsin who closed a chapter of her life with an extraordinary act of kindness. Here's Steve Hartman on the road.
According to many of her senior classmates here at Waunakee High School in Wisconsin, 18-year-old Molly Schaefer was a loner.
Haven't talked to her in years.
We've never hung out.
Not a lot of kids did hang out with her.
That wasn't always the case. Back in elementary and middle school, before her social anxiety kicked in, Molly says she was much more engaging.
There was a connection there at some point.
And it was gone now.
Yeah. And I don't know, I really wanted to just talk to them again or be seen again.
That longing for connection is a common high school lament. But what's really interesting is Molly didn't blame those kids. She didn't sulk and say, "No one likes me." Instead, she took it upon herself to reconnect in a most unusual way. Just about every day, for hours a day, Molly would climb to a loft in her garage and try to paint her way out of her isolation by painting portraits of all those kids she used to know.
The time and effort is incredible.
She did 44 paintings.
It's truly unbelievable is what it is.
Put in about 13 hours each.
I was so touched.
600 hours total.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen someone do, especially for someone you aren't that close with.
Then, at the end of the year, she presented them to the students to keep. Of course, the reviews were rave, but the paintings also evoked some remorse.
All of us probably feel a little regret not paying more attention.
We did have that friendship, and I didn't put forth the work to keep it.
I wish I would have made more relationships with some kids that I didn't talk with.
Molly says the feeling is mutual and hopes other kids and adults will learn from this.
You can't go through life thinking that you don't have friends because they don't like you, because that's not the case. People aren't thinking that hard about you. Like, it's all in your head. You just have to try.
A masterpiece of friendly advice. Steve Hartman on the road in Waunakee, Wisconsin.
Steve Hartman went on the road to a place where compliments are complimentary.
It's a hot summer day, and 9-year-old Ethan Wargo of Sycamore, Illinois, is making a stand. It's like a refreshment stand for your self-esteem.
Exactly.
Ethan got the idea while reading his Dogman graphic novel. In the book, one of the characters sets up an insult stand. Ethan knew that was a bad idea.
And then I just got inspired by it.
He wondered, what if he did the opposite? His compliment stand opened about a month and a half ago. Business started out slow, what for the lack of lemonade and all. But after his dad posted about Ethan's stand on social media, customers came.
I like your bike.
To enjoy a cool drink.
I love your little vest.
Of his kind regards.
I think you look really handsome.
Like your polo.
Ethan doesn't charge for this service. Says he's only offering words. And yet people have traveled up to an hour just to hear his flattery.
I like your bracelets.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
These are his parents, Brandon and Jessica Wargo.
Yeah, it's really blown up.
I was really kind of caught off guard by just how strong of a reaction people had to it.
It's just very heartwarming to them.
Have you ever looked at somebody and found it hard to come up with a compliment?
Sometimes.
On that note, what would you find about me to compliment? Don't act like you didn't hear the question. Reach deep, see what you can think of.
Well, I think I like your shoes. I think they're really nice.
That was just where you were looking at the moment. Still, I'll take it. Because any compliment is a good compliment.
I love your son's shirt. It's really cute.
Now, if we can just figure out a way to make the world follow
Thank you.
in his shoes.
If you had that idea, I definitely would compliment you on that.
Steve Hartman on the road.
See ya.
In Sycamore, Illinois.
Bye.
Finally tonight, the story of a young man who can teach us the difference between having sight and having vision. Here's CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
At a minor league Delaware Bluecoats basketball game,
rebound goes out to Mintz.
Alongside the radio play-by-play announcer, color commentator Alan Wiley calls him as he sees him.
Sloppy play there by the Raptors.
Even though he never sees him.
You know, just because somebody may be blind or deaf or whatever disability you want to say, doesn't mean they're not capable of something.
Alan is a freshman sports communications major at Rowan University in New Jersey.
Okay.
His professor, Neil Hartman, says Alan is already one of the top students in the program. Would a listener even know he's blind?
No, we got emails saying, I do not believe that.
They thought you were lying.
Yeah, they said, like, this can't be true. How can this guy do this?
It's a good question.
Tucker did a great job of recovering off of what should have been an easy dunk.
It really seems like you can see what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of listening. I listen to the crowd reaction. I listen to the players. I can listen to the coaches. You know, I can hear the ball bouncing from right to left. I can hear it go off the rim. Every sound to me is important. I don't know if you heard, the fans are kind of holding their breath as one.
It also helps that he's been honing these skills pretty much his entire life, listening to games and announcing along. As he got older, he read and researched and memorized, amassing an encyclopedic knowledge of sports. Today, his color commentating skills are so second nature, he can even analyze games playing silently on a screen, like he had to do here when he auditioned for the Blue Coats internship.
Yeah, that time there, Wisconsin had a chance at second chance points, and they took advantage of it. Delaware's going to have to do a better job boxing out.
That got him the gig.
This is a young man that has a future in the business.
You're certain of that?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Stripping behind. Really nice heads-up play there.
Sounds like a good call.
Disrupting what looked like a really nice play.
Steve Hartman on the road in Glassboro, New Jersey.
We end tonight with a story about the many rewards of kindness and acceptance. Here's CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
At Clemson University in South Carolina.
Good morning, guys.
The Clemson Life program gives students with intellectual disabilities a chance to learn life skills for independent living.
So we are going to do grocery shopping today.
But as much as the program offers, junior Charlie McGee wanted the whole college experience, from Alpha to Omega. Why did you want to join a fraternity?
To have a great time and experiencing that brotherhood and more joy.
Unfortunately, rushing a fraternity is a process. There are interviews and mixers, and even then there's no guarantee of acceptance. In fact, no fraternity here had ever taken a kid from the Clemson Life program. Until now. And when Charlie found out he got a bid, he was so excited he ran out of his left shoe and into the loving arms of his new fraternity brothers at Pi Kappa Alpha.
We saw him run towards us and we just lost it. And then after that, it was just raw emotion of all of us just taking him in.
That was one of the coolest moments at Clemson that we've had, was seeing that right there. So
the guys told me at first, some of the members doubted a person with Down syndrome could fit in with the group, but they were willing to do Charlie the favor. Only to learn later that Charlie was the one doing them the favor.
the joy and light that we were missing in our chapter that we didn't know we were missing from the beginning is unreal.
He kind of broke all the preconceived notions that I thought of that a fraternity man should be like.
Others have come to the same conclusion. This year, a total of 6 fraternities and 5 sororities all welcome students from Clemson Life. And according to Charlie, it will be a game changer, because he says something magical happens whenever you're accepted this fully.
My disability, it doesn't really exist.
When you're with your fraternity brothers, you feel like your disability doesn't exist?
Yes, sir.
Now that's a rush. Steve Hartman on the road in Clemson, South Carolina.
CBS's Steve Hartman goes on the road to a small southern town where the simple act of giving someone a lift became a ride-sharing service for the soul.
In Cabot, Arkansas, just as the sun begins to set over the local Walmart, store janitor Bill Majalewski begins walking to work for his overnight shift. He will trek 5 miles, 2 hours, in any weather. Pouring rain, you're walking 2 hours each way.
Yeah, I don't call out. I want to work.
He's gonna go to work no matter what.
Snow?
Snow, I picked him up at 9 degrees the other morning. Let's go.
A couple years ago, Christy Conrad saw Bill out walking and offered him a ride. She got to know him, learned about his daunting daily commute, and how he's also legally blind. So she began driving him whenever she could. At least, that's how it started. Why did you feel the need to do more?
I can't be always there, you know?
So what was your plan?
Mr. Bill's Village.
Mr. Bill's Village is a Facebook group Christy started a couple months ago. She was hoping to find just a few volunteers to keep an eye out for Bill when he's walking.
And within days, it exploded.
It caught on really quick.
And now it's like everyone's competing to give Mr. Bill a ride.
They'll click and see, is Mr. Bill out walking? Is he headed to town?
So people are just driving around the streets looking for him?
Pretty much. Just like Where's Waldo, but where's Mr. Bill? Yeah. It's nice to see.
Today, the group has 1,500 members. In fact, here comes one now.
Hey, Mr. Bill. Do you need a ride to Walmart?
Oh, certainly.
All right. Come on, hop on in.
You always get picked up now.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And it's always somebody different.
It's never the same person from one day to the next.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of good people in this world, all over the place, you know.
And on that note, here's one more good person.
I'm pretty good.
Chris Puckett is a car dealer. He wanted to give Bill a vehicle.
I wasn't aware that you couldn't drive.
But since Bill can't drive,
I'm legally blind.
I got you.
he handed the key to Christy instead, putting the car in karma.
I don't even know what to say. Bill, go get in that front seat. Go over there.
Doing unto others. It's how they roll here in Mr. Bill's Village.
Thank you.
Steve Hartman, on the road
Bye, babe.
in Cabot, Arkansas.